How are you both doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good, doing good. Uh,
Good.
so I watched the Artifice Girl the other day and absolutely loved it. I love a good sci-fi mystery, so it was perfect for what I wanted.
Good.
Wonderful. Glad you liked it.
Um, so how did you both become involved in this film?
David, would you like to go first since I went first last time?
Sure. Um, I've known Franklin for 10 plus years now, and we've worked on different short films before. And we did a feature together. And he called and said, "Hey, man, I think I have the perfect part for you in this project. Read it over and let me know what you think." And so I read it. I was blown away. And I'll always work with Franklin anytime I get a chance to because I just think he's brilliant. And yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, I have a similar story. I worked with Franklin in theater over the last 10 years a couple of times and had really amazing experiences with him. We were both actors on stage together. And then he sent me the script, asked me to read it. And I said yes before I was even done with the script. I was pretty blown away and impressed with the storyline and the writing. And I was also really excited about the challenge because of the depth of the dialogue.
Nice, nice. Um, you both mentioned being blown away by the story. Was there something specific, or was it just the project as a whole that really kind of sold you?
Um, for me, I think it was the story as a whole, because first of all, I had no idea how he had planned to pull this off. We hadn't talked about logistically how the AI was going to appear and all of that. And so I just yeah, it was the story as a whole that really sold it for
Yeah, same here. Just the idea and then all the underlying themes and the characters given so much time to like talk and figure things out and all the different layers. Uh, you know, that's what really impressed me.
Awesome, awesome. Um, and you both had mentioned working with Franklin before, but did you know each other before joining this project?
Yes, we've worked together before. We did August Osage County
Yeah.
together, which was amazing. And I was blown away. It was my first time meeting Sinda. And I remember the first rehearsal where she had to do this big scene and she was killing it. And I think it was the first time in a long time I had actually been intimidated by another actor. And I was praying we got a chance to work together again. So
Thank you, David. Um, I appreciate your compliment. That's very kind. Yeah, I've known David for over 10 years. We first met during August Osage County, and it was wonderful. And since then, whenever he would be in a play in the Jacksonville area, I would tell my husband, well, we're going to see David Girard because it doesn't get any better than that.
oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I've seen David in a lot of shows, and I actually had the opportunity to direct him once in a
Mhm.
Love is Love is Love.
Yes.
Anyway, it's really exciting when you admire someone's work and you've worked with them, and then you get to do a film with them.
Mm.
I love that. That's awesome. Um, so having known each other for a little while before joining this project, did you have to work at creating that partner dynamic, or was it something that came naturally?
I'll say it came naturally. Like I love a good scene partner, and Simba is the best scene partner you can possibly have. So yeah, I think our chemistry was really um, natural, and I think even during some of the tense parts that we have, um, I think it was just great. So
Yeah. It's one of my favorite parts of the film is the energy between Dina and Amos because they're such opposites and they don't really have a scene together, but there's always this sense of like they're checking in with each other.
Mhm.
And I love that. And the little teeny scene we do have together, it's just like, oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I love that. Um, and for a good chunk of the film, you're in this interrogation room that felt just very claustrophobic, at least on my end. Um, what's it like working in one space for so long, and is it harder than it looks?
Um, it wasn't, I don't think it was hard. I know for them to get the shots that they wanted, but Franklin is such a good planner until he pretty much had it all mapped out before we showed up to set the first day. Um, it could feel a little claustrophobic, uh, but I know we had, breaks, of course, and we had times while they were setting up another shot. Um, but no, I don't think it was really challenging for me. Um, and I think it's just, it's part of the job, you know.
Yeah, I actually think the actors had an easier job with the small set because, I mean, if there's less space you can move in, fewer choices are better.
Mhm.
The table became extremely intimate with me, every little inch of it. But I think Britt had the challenge because there were so many times where he would say, "I don't have any more space behind me," and we'd be like, "Okay, what can we do?" So I think the actors, for me, we had the easier job. My hats go off to the crew.
Mhm.
What they pulled off was amazing.
I agree. I agree. I'm not an actor, so to me, it just kind of was like, it felt very small and very just, I don't know how you did it. So,
Yeah, good magic.
um, one of the things that I found very interesting about this film was that Dina talked to Siri at the beginning and asked Siri these really profound questions of how do you know you're doing the right thing and what's the difference between right and wrong? Um, and these questions kind of seem to play throughout the whole film. But when you were approaching your character and how to play your character, did these questions play into that at all?
Yeah, they did. You know, she describes herself as a spider in one section of the film, and
Mhm.
she also describes herself as a pioneer. And I think she's always trying to figure out, is it okay to be the mean spider who's luring the prey? Or should I be more of the the pioneer who's going to lead people forward? And I think she's really wrestling with which is right or which is better in this situation, um, which will help people more. Yeah, it's nice to have a character that's complex and that's grappling with kind of sophisticated ideas in their brain.
Nice, nice. David, did you have a response for that?
Um, yeah, no, for me, I don't think, I think in that type of job, it's hard to know what's right and what's wrong, especially when your job involves a little bit of deception and trying to catch, predators and criminals. Um, I think the lines can get blurry, but as far as those particular lines in general, I didn't approach my character with that in mind. I think Amos already knew where he stood. He really wasn't grappling with a lot, but the things that happened to Cinda's character hadn't happened to me. My father was in law enforcement, and so I'm in law enforcement.
Nice. Thank you for that.
No worries.
Um, did you get to film with Tatum at all? Like, how did that work?
No. Well, I don't want to give the movie magic away, but we were all in the same building. She was just in a different area from us, so we didn't have
Mm.
any scenes with her.
We were always on set together. There was a lot of interaction with her. Um, and then during our Zoom rehearsals, we were all together. But for the actual filming, yes, as David said, we were on the same building
Mhm.
and we were looking at her on a screen, but I don't want to say much more.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, so I guess what was it like working with her, but also in working with Franklin as your director, writer, and fellow actor?
Franklin's great. I've worked, like I said, I worked with him before, um, and he's just like I said, he's just brilliant. He's a total visionary. And I had also worked with Tatum before, um, and she's just a joy to work with. She is super uber talented, um, and yeah, it was great. We had a lot of fun, a lot of jokes, a lot of laughter in between scenes. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, they both have really positive energy, and they're both geniuses and brilliant and amazing.
Mhm.
They're very chill and very relaxed and very personable. It was super fun to work with Franklin in his role as director and writer, because I just worked with him as actor to actor. And I learned so much from him, and he was just a wealth of knowledge and information and really open to talking about things. And it was just really a nice blend of warmth and friendliness and genuineness, and it's like amazing smarts and talent.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Um, and throughout the story, your characters have their own opinions about AI technology. But I was wondering how you personally felt about the AI technology and kind of the potential for something like the film to play out.
For me, and I tell the story, when Franklin first gave me the script, yes, I was blown away, but I didn't agree with Amos's position. Um, and over the course of the Zoom rehearsals of having conversations and research, my opinion totally changed as far as, you know, should AI, should they have rights? Should AI be protected? And now I believe that it should be, and I think it's incumbent upon us uh, to make sure that it is protected, so that the bad parts, the things that we think will happen with AI won't happen.
Yes. Uh, I think I think people should start when they ask Siri to do something. I think we should start saying please and thank you, and becoming a little bit more sophisticated in how we look at something that's AI and how we interact with something that's AI. I think at the very least, it will only make us better human beings to each other. Uh,
Mm.
it's it's just kind of hard to right now look at it and say that AI shouldn't have rights, because you don't know, that could be a mistake. That could lead to things down the road that if you had just said, let's check in with them, we could sidestep. It's all moving very fast right now. So it's a good time to slow down.
Mm.
I agree with that. All right. I got the 2-minute warning mark. So just my last question is, what's up next for you?
I got, I have 3 projects that I'm working on, but I have no idea when they'll be released. 2 of them don't even have titles yet. But yeah, I want to complete those 3 projects, and hopefully by the time I finish those 3, Franklin will have written something else I can do.
I like it.
Yes. I too I'm working on a web series, and I'm working on another one-woman show. And hopefully by the time those are done, Franklin's next script will be ready and we'll all be back shooting again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for chatting. I love the movie and I can't wait for what you all do next.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.